if I let some people down, I'm letting myself down. So being able to have that structure with the program really helped. And the fact that I had somebody to be accountable to really helped me stay focused as well.
Hey Nyasha, how are you doing?
I'm very well, Lakeisha. Thanks for having me.
You are welcome. Good to have you. So, the purpose of today is really to explore your experience on the Level Up program, understand where you're coming from, your wins, and yeah, just what it's been like working with me. Does that sound cool?
Yep, that's fine.
Awesome. So, my first question is like, what made you decide to get a coach? Why did you decide to join the Level Up program?
Um, because I know that I need support to get things done. I can be quite inconsistent with things, start and stop, and I knew that I had to do something different if I really wanted my life to go in a direction that I wanted it to do, and I was going to need some help with that. It wasn't something that I seeked out, but it was something that the universe put in front of me. Um, and I said, this is a sign, because I'd already started to do some of the work in the background, but I wasn't sure where I was going to be able to start and, what I was going to be able to do to get to where I wanted to get to. So I knew that this was going to be a sign to get me to help me to have some progress. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely with you. And like, I'm curious to know, like, why me? What made you want to work with me as a coach?
Honestly, I think you were the first person that I didn't go looking for you. You came up. And just the approach that you gave me, just the confidence you have, you've got a very calm nature as well. And it just felt like this is what I was supposed to be doing. Also, I'm about circulating my pound within my community, so that was really important to me as well. So, I felt like the right person was put in front of me. Um, and you were confident that you could help me. And there was an equal mutual exchange as well. So yeah, that was the main reason for me.
Yeah. And was there anything like that maybe got you thinking, like, I'm not sure whether like I should invest and get a coach? Or was it like, okay, yeah, straight, I'm gonna do this? Like, was there any reason that you could have maybe not gone ahead?
Absolutely. I didn't have the finances. I didn't know how this was going to work financially. I'm not in the best financial position. But I just had to tell myself that it has to happen. Other than that, no, working with a coach is something that I always want to do. I always need to feel like I need to be accountable, that helps me to keep and produce momentum. Um, so yeah, the fact that I had the opportunity present itself was important.
Yeah, no, with you. So I know you said that you were at a point where you was like thinking about it already. You knew you wanted support, like if you wanted to get to that next level. Now you've got the support. So talk me through like what the support has looked like for you in terms of your time on the Level Up program. What did you work on? And like, yeah, what are the results? Like, how has it helped you?
So having tasks to do has been really helpful because it meant that I had to log in every week and go to the next um part of the program to complete it. I also don't like letting people down. So I'm quite hard on myself that way, and because I know that if I let some people down, I'm letting myself down. So being able to have that structure with the program really helped, and the fact that I had somebody to be accountable to really helped me stay focused as well. Um, so I just trying to remember the rest of your question. Um,
You work on?
what could I work on?
What did you work on the program?
Oh, what did I work on? So yeah, so I went through every step of the program, which I think was my remember was nine sessions, or there was maybe eight and then a bonus one. So, literally working on what my idea is, coming up with a name, coming up with colors or branding, working on that, coming up with, what was good as well is the fact that you ran competitions. I don't usually win competitions, and I won them all, which I'm really proud of myself for. And I'm going to admit that, and I might have said this to you already, that um, I felt bad at times because There's other ladies in there too, but I know that I was entitled to be those things. And it wasn't about being teacher's pet or anything like that. It's about me knowing that I'm entitled to be here and seen and do the things that everybody else is doing. And, if nobody else does it or I get there first, that's not really on me. I just follow the brief
Yeah.
by what was said, and just followed it through. But those competitions helped me to get to the next goalpost. So they'll remember there was one, and you said somebody get I can't remember which prize was what, but you need to do something outside of your comfort zone, and you have 24 hours to do it. I immediately knew what that was, and I just said, I just got to do it. And I really want this prize. So just do it, and you will gain because your business is going to move forward in the process. So things like that were a massive push for me to get those things done, especially when I want certain things or I need certain things, and it helps me to propel myself forward. Um, so yeah, those was of the process, as well as obviously the one-to-ones that we had and the weekly sessions as well, and even the time to have what are they called? I call it call to action, so to speak, but that's not the word. That power hour,
Yeah.
where if there's things that you needed to do, you haven't done it. Hey, there's a group of you can do
Yeah.
it together now. So those kind of things really helped as well.
Yeah, I just want to touch on like two of the things you mentioned before I kind of make sure that we've covered everything that we covered in the program. But you were talking about the competitions, and one thing about me, like I love people who take fast action. And like, yes, I will serve you and give you what I've told you is available in the Level Up program. But best believe sometimes I like to have a bit of fun and I like to have
Yeah,
that engagement. And one thing about you, Nyasha, you just took action, you plugged yourself in, and like it's paid off. So it was, yeah, always a pleasure to have fun with you in that way. And like you said, like, I am someone who will stretch you as well. I gave you 24 hours. You did something which resulted in you getting clients. And that's the power of moving forward. So I'm glad that you did. And then you mentioned like the power hours. So if you're watching this as part of the Level Up program, we do have like implementation sessions. So yes, I give you the tools, I give you the strategy. But as Nyasha was saying, there's opportunities to just spend time actually doing. So glad that you mentioned that. Cool. So earlier you mentioned like I helped you nail your idea. I helped you with branding. Is there anything else that the Level Up program has helped you with?
confidence.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that I'm fully there, but there was a time quite earlier on where I wasn't well as well, and I was just in a place, and my mind was all over the place, and I
Yeah.
just didn't know if I could do this. I wasn't feeling well, wasn't feeling my best, and I was able to be completely transparent with you. And you took your time on a Saturday to message me to give me lots of reassurance to say, you're not alone in this. You can do this. What your experiences have been, and those things were very, very reassuring. So I think I maybe take another week out just to say, look, I need a minute to just
Yeah.
breathe and come back. And I just came back. I know there's other people that wanted to join and continue and they couldn't for whatever reason. But those was encouragement were really something for me that I can just and it was a lesson as well, because when you tell yourself like, okay, I'm having a down moment, but it's not down forever, it's down for now. Get back up, dust yourself off and keep going, you
100%.
know?
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing and being open and transparent because, yeah, like life literally does and will still
Life is
happen.
life.
Whether you decide to start a business or you decide to get a new job, like whatever you decide to do, life will happen, right? And I love that, you did share and you gave yourself that grace. And I am a coach, like I always say, it's a 100 relationship. I give you 100 and I expect 100 back. And that's, yes, I want you to build your business, but I genuinely like I take my clients very serious. So if you're not okay, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, Asha's not all right. Like, yeah, she's not here. Like, I want to make sure that you're good. So thank you for sharing that. And of course, we worked on like pricing and packaging as well. Is there anything else that we've missed, or does that sound like all good?
I think that's it all good. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been an amazing experience. So what's been your like the highlight of the Level Up program? Like what's your main win, would you say? Or wins, if you have more than one.
Competitions. I think the competitions for me.
What
Every
else?
time I won the competitions, I felt amazingly great. I felt smart. I did feel a bit bad sometimes, but I was like, well, why?
You done
You
what you had
know,
to
I'm
do.
doing everybody to do. Yeah, and just being able to overcome some of the milestones to
Yeah.
get me to do the competitions was huge because I was afraid. I'll
Yeah.
be honest, I had fear around those things, and then the fear's still there to some extent, but I'm winning.
Yeah, and I love that. And what I love about you, Nasha, is that like you're saying that the fear's still there, but the truth is you made so much progress. And like people think, yeah, you can just make a decision and fear's going to disappear. Like you have to still take action, and that's what you've been doing. So credit to you. What else has come out of the Level Up program? Like where are you at with your business? What's gone on?
So I've been commissioned by two friends to do one's child's birthday, and we're literally about to have the event very soon in the next 24 hours. And another friend of mine is doing a launch slash birthday as well in a couple of months. And then I've also um, got something in the pipeline for next year as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and some of those things came off the back of something else I didn't mention as well, is that, doing surveys. So doing the surveys and reaching out to people, knowing what people's thoughts are, what their experiences are, negative and positive, and if they know anybody as well that they'd be happy to reach out to,
Yeah.
and if they'd be happy to support somebody that's up and coming as well.
Yeah, no,
So
love
yeah,
that. So for you, and we didn't say, I should have said at the beginning, of course, it may be clear now you do events management and
yeah.
you're going to be working on free events. That's absolutely amazing. And I know much of it came from like the competition that you're talking about, like stretching yourself in that 24 hours. So I love that for you. What would you say to someone who has maybe seen me or wants to start their side hustle, but they're just on the fence at the moment? Like, what would you say to that person?
I think I'd ask them first, how bad did they want it? And what is it that they're struggling with? And let them know that, I had the exact same, depending on what it is, of course, but my fears and my struggles and how much transformation I have had since just having and invested in a coach. And from where I was to where I am now, and I wouldn't have been able to do this. I would have been able to do it without you, but it would have taken me a lot longer. Um, and I wouldn't have necessarily known all the steps to take. So, and if you want someone that's structured, that can work along what it is that you're doing, if you're absolutely dedicated to what it is that you want to do, invest in someone like yourself or yourself even. Yeah.
Yeah, I love
You're a
that.
great coach. For anybody that's watching this, Lakeisha is a great coach. There is nothing that I've come across that she doesn't know or she doesn't understand how to figure out. You think that she's like a walking encyclopedia because she just has the knowledge like that. There's nothing you ask and she'll be like, I've got to get back to you. I'm not sure. And I'm sure maybe there might be times when you have that, but you just, it's like having a conversation. It doesn't feel like you're having a coach like that. It just feels like it's very easy. Being with you is very, very easy. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, and it's been an absolute pleasure. So, what can we expect from you? Like, what's in the pipeline?
So other than the events that I've got planning now, the goal is to have a minimum of, 15 events for the next year. And just keep getting out there, or even maybe doing some motivational speaking about people that want to do their own thing, based on my experiences. um yeah, just getting people to think about what else they can do going forward, but definitely keep on plugging into the right communities to get more events planned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can absolutely do it. It has been a pleasure working with you. It has been fantastic. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.